up, guys? Welcome back to Life from Nerds. Hope you guys are doing well today. It's kind of sad to say, but we actually just watched the movie The Irishman, and there was a watch that was at the forefront of a lot of the scenes that took place in this movie. Again, I apologize for not watching this when it actually came out. We got through about half of it when it first came out, and then kind of just had to go and do something else. So we weren't actually able to finish the movie, but we finally finished it, and there was a watch that was at the forefront of this movie that had a lot of screen time. So we're going to be discussing that watch today. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button for us for this watch and the fact that it took me so long to watch The Irishman, but I finally completed it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here and you like these types of videos. We create videos about watches, so if you like watches and you like watching videos about watches, this is the perfect channel for you, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. So yes, I finally completed watching The Irishman. If you don't know, The Irishman is an American crime movie. It's about a mobster and kind of his experience in Philadelphia. It's a pretty interesting movie. It's based on Charles Brandt's book called I Heard You Paint Houses, which was published in 2004, and it basically tells a story about Frank Sheeran. He's also nicknamed as the Irishman. His character is actually played by Robert De Niro, and it kind of explains his life becoming involved in the mob in Philadelphia and his experience with unions that became quite prevalent during this time. It talks about the history of people like the Kennedys and Jimmy Hoffa, who were a big part of this kind of time period. And it's very, very similar to movies like The Goodfellas and Casino. So that's kind of like what the story is about. If you don't know, you probably do if you're watching this video. And there's one watch that kind of really came up a lot in this video, and you kept seeing it on Robert De Niro's wrist. Robert De Niro was wearing this kind of rectangular gold watch. It had like diamonds on the outside of it, and then I think the hour markers of 12, 3, 6, and 9 looked like they had kind of baguette diamonds as well. And this watch kept getting a lot of time. Also, it had this like beautiful gold strap on it, so it was obviously quite, you kind of saw it. It also had this really beautiful gold strap on it, so it had a lot of presence on the wrist. Your eye was immediately drawn to it. And this watch was actually a gift to De Niro's character by Jimmy Hoffa at a banquet where De Niro was being honored. I won't get into the details if you haven't seen it, but it was a gift from Jimmy Hoffa to Frank Sheeran. And of course, us watch lovers decided that we had to figure out what watch he was actually wearing, and it looks like it was actually signed. I have it on my screen here, that's why I'm looking in this direction. It looks like it is signed by Mathey-Tissot. It's a watch company I don't really know much about, but it was established in 1886 in Neuchâtel, Switzerland. It's not to be confused with Tissot, which is a completely different brand. But kind of looking at their website nowadays, it looks like they make some pretty affordable, nice watches that have kind of a mid-century vibe to them. They kind of focus on quartz watches. It looks like they kind of range for everything from 200 Swiss francs up to, it looks like 400. But it seems like that's kind of what they're producing now. So when you kind of put yourself back in time to that time period, these are going to be probably quite expensive watches for those individuals there. Also, the fact that it was manufactured in Switzerland probably has an added kind of lore to it if you're in the United States. But it really did get a lot of wrist time. I think this is a really cool watch, and it kind of fits the time period in the rectangular shape. But it also, I think, kind of fits the whole mobster vibe to it too. What's really cool is he actually gets gifted a really massive gold ring that he wears. So when you look at his wrist, you actually see the gold watch, and then this really massive gold ring on it as well. Without getting too detailed into why the watch was actually gifted by Jimmy Hoffa, I think it's a really symbolic symbolic watch to be wearing. I'm gonna kind of spoil the movie here, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, just don't watch the rest of this video. What ends up happening is De Niro's character actually ends up killing Pacino's character, which is Jimmy Hoffa. And it's really interesting that he was wearing this watch that was a gift from Jimmy Hoffa, and this watch is obviously keeping time, and De Niro ends up essentially taking time away from Jimmy Hoffa's character. I think that's kind of a weird thing to conceptualize. You know, I've given you time, if that makes sense. You know, De Niro's character worked with Jimmy Hoffa, and you know, they had some great successes together. In a way, without Jimmy Hoffa, De Niro's character, Frank Sheeran, wouldn't be where he is, where he got to. And it's almost like Pacino's character was gifting time to De Niro's character, and then De Niro's character ends up just taking it away from Jimmy Hoffa. It's weird to think about that, but definitely fits the mobster vibe for sure. I don't know much about Mathey-Tissot or Mathey-Tissot. I probably will do a little bit more research on who they are, but like I said, historic brand with some affordable watches. It looks like they create watches that are kind of speak to our tastes. It looks like there's like a Polo S-esque watch from like a Piaget looking watch. Then you have like a Pan Am, so Submariner looking watch. You got this like moon phase watch. It's Submariners, and it's definitely speaks to the taste of our current society for sure. If you haven't seen The Irishman, I'm not gonna hate on you because it took me a while to actually get there, but it is on Netflix. It's a rather long movie, so be prepared to watch it for a very long time. I haven't read the book, but I have spoken to people who actually have read the book, and they were saying that a lot of the parts of a lot of the parts of the story were actually taken out of the movie. I think it would have been cooler if they actually made a series of this. I think they probably would have been able to capture a lot of people with this type of story. I think I probably would have enjoyed if this was in a series. But Netflix you know, they have their own ways of kind of deciding you know, how they roll out a story. But nevertheless, it was a very cool movie. I really enjoyed the watch that was given a lot of screen time. I will say that I think that was something that they wanted to focus on, the watch. I think that's an interesting concept that you should think about when watching this movie. Why was the watch actually given so much screen time? Obviously, the makers of this movie the producers had to take that into consideration. So check it out if you haven't. Be sure to check out this watch if you haven't either. It's a very cool watch. I'd be interested to hear from the producers about this watch, see why they chose it. Maybe a watch, someone who likes watches will end up interviewing them. But yeah, that was the watch that I saw in The Irishman. It was given a lot of screen time, so I thought I would talk about it. We have talked about some other watches within kind of film and movies. We did one on the Tudor that was worn in Mad Men, the series, so be sure to check that one out as well. Also, if you are new here, we basically create videos about watches. We really love watches, and as you can see from the side panel of some of our other videos, we've discussed a very wide range of topics within the watch community. So be sure to check those out. Also, if you didn't do it in the beginning of the video, be sure to hit that like button for us if you like these types of videos. Also, you might as well like it for Robert De Niro. He did a really excellent job in this movie. Also, if you are new here or you keep watching us and you aren't subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications by hitting that bell icon. You want to know when we upload videos. Even though we have a regular cadence of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to want to know when we upload videos and what the topics are. So be sure to hit the subscribe button. And with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.